What's up, East Coast Strawberries? I hope you're having a lovely day today. And if you've probably seen by the length of this video, you're going to know this is going to be a bit of a long one because I'm just going to be real and honest with you. I have tried to record this voiceover so many times, and then I realized in the previous recording that I did that I thought was good enough that I repeated myself, and I really, I really don't feel like editing that. I just want to get this recording done and uploaded. This just goes to show I'm really not that crazy about uploading YouTube videos anymore. It just, video editing has been a pain, and I just don't see, like, I would rather live stream on Twitch for 6 hours than to even do 1 hour of video editing. Like, that's how much, like, how big of the disparity between my feelings towards streaming and making YouTube videos is. Like, there was a time when I think I had a little fun with the video editing, but anymore, nah. So if you guys are interested in watching my thought process with drawing and painting, or if you just want to chat and hang out, people have said that my live streams can be relaxing. So if you just want something relaxing to put on while you're maybe cleaning, doing homework, actually doing homework may not be easy to do because I can be distracting in that way. I don't know, but just something to have on in the background while you're working on stuff. Twitch is Twitch is great for that because I'm still drawing and doing the art, so I'm just not uploading it to YouTube or Instagram or really DeviantArt. But you see it on Twitch. Making me wonder if I really need to start rethinking my uploading patterns. But anywho, this video isn't really about me. This is about the fan art that I'm making. And yes, you heard right, fan art, because this piece is dedication slash tribute slash fan art and adoration for the artist Amanda Elise Art on YouTube and Twitch and Instagram and Twitter. And I'll put the links to her social media in the description below so I don't have to keep listing off things. Yeah, because earlier this year, actually, I say earlier this year, I mean the beginning of this year, she started a project to draw all the zodiacs. She wanted to design 13 characters because Gemini's too. Uh, and she wanted to make 12 illustrations plus a cover, so 13 illustrations for each month, or one for each month. And then she wanted to, by the end of the year, compile them together and make a calendar, which she then released just this November. I thought I would do some art because I wanted to spread the word too, because I pre-ordered her calendar and it's lovely. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but I do want to mention with Twitch that I have been watching her make quite a few of these zodiac pieces, and it's been super fun. She's super spunky and adorable and fun and friendly, and I highly recommend you check her out, seriously. Okay, so to get into the piece, I decided, because I'm an Aries and because I feel like we need more Aries representation, that I would paint an Aries fan art, because the way Amanda designed her too is her hair is super short and cute, which is kind of ironic too, because actually not ironic, it's just what a coinky dink. There, Sam, I did it. You happy now? It's quite the coincidence that I ended up cutting my hair to be almost that short, except my hair is brown, her hair is red, but it's red, and she has these cute freckles and a teal outfit, and it just looks so darn cute and buff. So I wanted to draw her in a spring environment because it's springtime. Aries is known for like the season of birth and like the energy of like a new year kind of a deal. I can't remember if like she's technically the first, or if Aries is the first of the year, or if it actually goes by our calendar. I've been looking a little bit more into astrology because I've been curious about it, but I also know that like the rules are kind of different, but I don't know in every way. So yeah, take that as you will. Feel free to correct me if you know better. So I wanted to draw Aries in a cute spring-like environment, and at first I was gonna paint and draw her in a field of flowers. And you'll see in the beginning where I'll put some like blue and pink flowers kind of to the right side and a few around her and in the foreground. Um, But I'll have to admit, there are some parts of this piece that I really started to get frustrated because I didn't really know what I was doing. It just kind of, you ever do that where you work on a piece for you artists out there watching? You start to do something and you realize you're kind of falling into old habits, or it's like you've kind of done this sort of thing before. So that kind of frustrates you in a way because it feels like almost like the piece is a waste because you haven't done anything new. Maybe that's just me. I've been really hyper focused on trying to improve it lately because I've been in this art funk, and I've mentioned it before in previous videos this year, but it's really when it goes throughout a period of like 4 or 5 months. Yeah, it at times it has really gotten on my nerves because I'm an impatient person when it comes to this, which is funny because I used to think I wasn't. Huge digression aside. So I took this artwork to a friend and asked, like, what do you think? And she recommended putting in some trees. I'm like, of course, of course, trees. And there's also a recommendation to maybe try a more of an impressionistic look because that really kind of, I feel like more and more that is the direction my art has kind of pointed toward. I don't know if I'll keep doing that simply because it's not the best technique for my hand because when I have a tiny tablet and you have to make such tiny strokes, very, very, very minuscule movements, it really can, well, it can it messes with my hands. So I don't really like doing that. Who knows though? Maybe I can find a way to work around that. Right now, you'll probably notice in this piece that I zoom in quite a bit, and this is the biggest reason why. So I ended up trying it. I really like it actually. Looking at it now, since some time has passed since I recorded everything and I am editing right now. I definitely think I could have spent a little more time on the tree, but I also, again, I don't know how I'm a little iffy on trees like that because a lot of the time when I see people draw trees, I think they should have put more detail, but then I don't feel like I have time to put so much detail. So I'm having a little difficulty finding that sweet spot where it's just enough detail where it looks really pretty and not where it just looks like cotton candy on a stick. Because I have seen art like that, and it does sometimes bother me. But I think I'll try this again in the future. Who knows? But I really just wanted to draw this piece because it's cute and fun, and I enjoyed the colors because I like bright colors. Yeah, and because Aries is known to be very childlike and adorable. Gosh, I feel like I just chewed my horn. I'm adorable, guys. Sorry. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about Amanda. So I mentioned before that I've seen her live streams, and more recently I've watched quite a few of her YouTube videos. And if you guys are into Copic art, I really want to recommend her channel simply because she draws a lot of pretty ladies and she uses a lot of Copic markers. Like I think that's her main squeeze, and I think she does also some like I'm not quite onto the Copic scene anymore, but I know that they kind of sometimes release this theme with 3 colors, and I know Amanda's done a few of those. Um, yeah, so about the calendar. Um, this calendar is pretty big. It's 11 by 18, I think she said. Something like that. The cover image is super pretty. I'll also put a link in the description. I don't know if she has a playlist of the Zodiac series. If she doesn't, then I'll just link to the cover art that she did. And you can probably see some recommended after that, where they're pretty easy to find at this point as I'm uploading this because she just did these this year. I wanted to mention right off the bat that I love that it has like a glossy cover and that there's like a handle with a hole, like so you can actually hang the calendar rather than having to like stab it with a hole. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So, um, I think, yeah, I don't think I've had a calendar like that before. Usually they just have a hole already punched out. Or in the case of either, I think it was last year or a couple years ago, where they didn't even put a hole in it, so I just couldn't even hang it up because the paper was so darn thick. It would just ruin things. So yeah, it's nice to be able to hang this up without having to do any crazy stuff like that. Especially too because she has a cardboard backing on the end of it, which is nice. Rather glossy cover, and then on the inside, which is probably one of my favorite parts, is it's actual paper. It's like, fairly thick, and it's good quality paper. At least I think so. It's paper. And the reason why I mention that is because one of the most irritating things I've had to deal with in the past, because I have a history of asking for calendars for Christmas for the following year. And this time, my Christmas gift came early. Or actually, I just bought it. I didn't really ask for Christmas. Anyways, one of the problems I have is when you have that really thin, almost magazine sort of textured paper. It's not always that thin, but with the calendars that I've had, the paper is pretty shimmery and kind of thin, but it's also not, it doesn't take well to writing. And I like to write down when it's someone's birthday or when there's a special event coming up. I like marking my calendar. It feels more like it's mine, I guess. It's just part of the fun of the new year. And one of the most annoying things I have had to deal with previous calendars is that when the calendar paper doesn't take well to the ink, I have to really apply pressure. But then because it's all shimmery and shiny and stuff, when I turn the page, then, you know, the next month is all like, ugh, you see where I'm going with this? It's all shimmery, but then you see the indents from the previous page. It's just, I'm getting a headache just thinking about it. It's obnoxious. This paper, I don't think I have to worry about that at all. It's paper that is going to definitely take on some pen. I might even try pencil. But nah, I'd rather just write in pen. I like writing in pen on calendars. It's going to be so nice. And, yeah, it's super cute. Very pretty. Because, she drew a lot of the Zodiac girls with, like, really gorgeous, flowy clothing. Yeah. I think that'll be about it for me today, guys. I'm ready. I think I'm ready to call it a year with the YouTube videos. So once again, if you want to watch me draw, or maybe if you want to see, even if you just want to see my latest work I'm doing, I've also been doing commission work too. So if you're interested in that, you may want to talk to me on Twitch as well. Other than that, I think yeah, I think that's it for me today. I thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, or Happy Kwanzaa. Yeah, just hope you can celebrate the things. Or I just hope you have a lovely Tuesday. And I think maybe if, hypothetically speaking, this is a slight tangent too. If I were to do any more videos, maybe in the future I would consider doing watercolor speed paints, simply because I do want to get back into traditional, and I did just recently. I say recently, but it was about a month ago, but I still haven't used them yet. I want to use these watercolors I bought. They're really nice quality and they're very vibrant. So vibrant colors. What could possibly make you think that I like that? All right, I'm gonna get going. Thanks again, everybody, for watching, and yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of your year. Until next time.